Hey YouTube, this is Oversized Duelist. I am back from my hiatus, sabbatical, vacation, whatever you want to call it, from Yu-Gi-Oh! I am just back from collecting and running my latest Six Samurai build. I wanted to show it off and discuss. My deck's a little bit different than most. I know most of them run like the 15 monsters, and I've got a couple of different tech choices. I'll go through everything I have, and then I'll explain why I'm running what I'm running and why I'm not running what I'm not running. First, to go off over some of the obvious stuff, 3 of the legendary Six Samurai Kageki. He's ridiculous. He lets you special summon any level 4 or lower Six Samurai just by normal summoning him. So you obviously are your main target is gonna be this guy, your level 2 tuner Kagemusha, the Six Samurai. That's your best combo there for an instantaneous synchro summon of the Shien synchro I'll be going over in a few minutes. These two work really well together. They get you, that's an instantaneous 2 tokens on your Six Samurai United, 4 tokens on your Gateway, all that good stuff. Instant synchro. It's an amazing combo. 3 of in each Six Samurai deck, no matter what. Right now, I only have one Six Samurai Kazan. I know that guy is also running 3s. He's like Grandmaster. If you control another Six Samurai other than a Kazan, you could special summon him. He doesn't have the Grandmaster clause where you can only control 1. You could drop 3 of this guy if you want. If you control 2 or more Six Samurais other than himself, even other copies of Kazans, he pumps up another 300 attack, so he comes up to 2100 attack, so he's Grandmaster stats. If you run 3 of him and 3 Grandmasters, you might as well just be running 6 Grandmasters. It's a fantastic card. 3 Grandmasters. Some people run 2. I'm running 3 at the moment just because I'm short on the Kazans, and he's still a great card. Another, pump up to your token-based continuous spells, all that good stuff. 1 Six Samurai Inishi. I think he's worthy of a 1 spot. He's got some uses. He can pump up to 2200 attack, which makes him one of the stronger Six Samurais. He's got a bounce effect, so when your graveyard fills up, like my version of this deck does, he has some good bouncing. So just to clear off, a big beat stick you just can't seem to get across. I'm running 2 Six Samurai Mizuho, and in chain with that, 2 Six Samurai Shinai. Now, my reasonings behind some of that is, 1, I do not have hand of a Six Samurai. I'll have to wait for the Storm of Ragnarok special edition to get one. But 2, I honestly don't think these cards are bad, because in a more monster-heavy deck, there's always the chance I've had a lot of bad luck in the past with overextending and then having everything wiped out, and then I have nothing else to do. In a more monster-heavy Six Samurai deck, I can explode with all the monsters I want and still have monsters left in my hand. So if I do get Battle Fadered and Black Rose Dragon, I still have a way to come back. These guys can special summon off of each other, so even if you don't have a Kageki or a Grandmaster or whatever, you can still easily drop both of these one after the other. And they both have good effects. Mizuho can tribute Six Samurai monsters to blow cards up. If Shinai is tributed, you can recycle any Six Samurai monster in your graveyard back to your hand. So they're kind of my go-to cards when something bad happens. If my resources get blown up in some way, these are the guys that replenish it. And they'll, again, more counters for my Gateways or United, whatever I happen to be having in the moment. I like them a lot. For now I'm keeping them in the build. 2 Great Shogun Shien. I'm running these at the moment just because, again, I'm lacking the Kazans. I like their power, I like their spell and trap control. However, the current ruling with the Synchro monster is if you negate with the Synchro monster, his effect hasn't actually gone off, so they can still play a spell or trap, so he's not that great. I will be dropping one of him when I get another Kazan. And my last card, again, until I get the Kazan, is I'm running 1 Zanji. For now, I would much prefer running Kazan. He's slow. I mean, Zanji's slow. He's not that great, but he is something I can drop if I can drop a Grandmaster or something else and run into a big guy to blow it up. He still has a use, but him and one of my Shogun Shiens will be going as soon as I get the other 2 Kazans I need. On to spells. Obviously, 3 Six Samurai United. It's your draw engine. It's a fantastic draw engine. It's with the new Six Samurais. There's no reason not to run 3 copies. 3 Gateway of the Six Samurai. Everyone's go-to card to blame for why this deck's overpowered. I don't know. The part of the problem, gateway wasn't a problem before. The problem is now every 6 samurai can special summon off of itself or off of other 6 samurais, so that's why gateway gets so many counters. Gateway's not really the major problem, it's just all the monsters we have that special summon. I won't argue when it's limited, which it likely will be, but I don't fully agree with it either. It's a fantastic card. Every time a 6 samurai normal or special summon, you place 2 counters on this card. You can move 2 counters to pump a 6 samurai 500 for the turn. You can move 4 to search out any 6 samurai in your deck to your hand, or you can move 6 to resurrect the Shion effect monster from your graveyard. No, the synchro monster does not count because he's not Shion, he's Shi-En. 2 different words. So, no, that doesn't work. But it's still fantastic. 3, Shion Smoke Signal. Until the ban list says otherwise, we get to run 3 of that search card. At any level 3 or lower, 6 samurai from your deck to your hand, which means all the good ones. Fantastic card. It should be at 1. It most likely will be at 1, but for now, I'll run 3 and love it. And my last search, Rhoda. Obviously, level 4 lower warrior. With the gateways, that gives us a total of 7 searches in the deck, which is stupid, as well as 3 draw card and draw engines. It's really fast right now. I love it. 2 Book of Moon. My body's a shield. I like having a lot of protection because if they stop like my normal summon, then I kind of shut down for the turn, at least early on. So I like having some protection. Monster Reborn. That counts my spells. And now on to traps. Run 2 double-edged sword technique. I've heard people who only run 1. I've heard of some who run 3. I think 2 is the perfect number for this card. Before it was garbage because you had no way to get rid of the monsters, because the 2 double-edged sword technique lets you resurrect 2 6 samurais in your graveyard until the end of the turn. At the end of the turn they're destroyed and then you take damage equal to their attack. That was terrible before because we had no way to get rid of them unless your opponent did it for you. But now we have synchroing. So now this card's fantastic. It's another 2 tokens to your gateway, it's another token to your United, it's synchro material. It maybe just gives you that last bit of push you need to win the game. Whatever you need, that card can deliver. It's our Gotham Z call that doesn't require a 6 Sam on the field, which is nice. 2 Musakani Megatama. That's the 6 Samurai Infernity Barrier, if you like to call it that. It's not quite as great. As long as you control a face-up 6 Samurai, you can negate the activation of a spell trap or monster effect that would destroy a card or cards on the field and destroy it. It's our counter trap, fastest type of card in the game, which is great. This card can stop a lot of stuff people might not think about. As long as you control another 6 Samurai and you special summon another one and they try to Royal Oppression it, you can, even though it's negating the summon, it's still destroying as well. So this can stop it. It can stop Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment. It can stop any card that has the word destroy in it. Just make sure you're paying attention to those because there's a lot of cards people will pass up and not even realize they could have stopped it. 2 Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, and a Mirror Force complete my trap lineup. It's a 40 card deck. There's not a lot of point in having a lot of draw engine if you're running more than 40 cards. Onto the Synchro, the extra deck. I'm not showing a full deck list here because there's a lot of room in your extra deck for other staples or whatever you kind of want to run. So I'm just going to show off the 5 that I believe are necessary, or just, core cards. Obviously, you want 3 of the legendary 6 Samurai Shi-En. He is a beast right now. He's definitely worth the $50 people are charging for him right now as of today's posting. He's a 1 warrior tuner and 6 samurai non-tuner monsters. He's level 5, which means Kageki and Kagemusha can instantaneously make him. He's really easy to make. He has 2 fantastic effects once per turn. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate it. There's no cost. It doesn't have to be their first spell or trap they play. It's just whenever they activate it, if you want to stop it, you can. Second effect is if he would be destroyed, you can destroy another 6 samurai you control instead. Obviously, another fantastic effect. Pop your Grandmasters or your weaker 6 Sams to keep him going because he's your power card. And then the 2 other ones that are kind of staples that I feel need to be in here are Brionac, because it's you can swarm, you could clear the field and then swarm it with the other 6 samurais for a game push. And Goyo Guardian, he is pretty much the strongest monster you could summon out easily in this type of deck. His monster stealing abilities are of course great. He's just an awesome staple. Other than that, it's really up to you guys. It's harder to make level 8s, obviously. You're going to have to sink into a... You're going to have someone get 2 level 3s out and your tuner to get a level 8 or something like that. It's not quite as easy or necessary in this deck, not right now. That's the deck right now. I'd like to hear what your guys' opinions are on it. I know most of them are pretty bad unless you're running the deck yourself, in which case you're loving it. Discussions on what you guys think are gonna think is going to happen or should happen come the March ban list. Today is the last day of the Dallas YCS, I believe, so hopefully we'll be seeing reports on that about what Six Samurai is doing. If we're looking at 15 of the top 16 or Six Samurais, we're probably going to get hit pretty hard come March, so just have to see what's going on. Thanks everybody, and I'll talk to you later.